Hi everyone. In today's session, we are going to explore one of the most practical and empowering applications of astrology, understanding our career and vocation through our birth chart. We often get asked, what job should I be doing? What career path aligns with my soul? How do I use astrology to find my true calling? Astrology answers these questions by looking at the three vocational houses: the second house, the house of income, personal values, and our relationship to material resources; the sixth house, the house of daily work, our approach to service, our work ethic and wellness; and the 10th house, our career goals, public reputation, professional status. So, here today we will cover these houses in detail, along with the role of planets, signs, and rulers. All right, so let's start with the ascendant, also called the rising sign. It represents the lens through which we engage with the world, but its ruler, the planet that governs the sign on our ascendant, becomes our chart ruler and acts like a career compass. So here, for example, Aries rising, here Mars will be the ruler, and Mars themes are connected to assertiveness, action, leadership, influence, and these themes will influence our life direction. Now, for example, with Virgo rising, Mercury will be the ruler, the chart ruler, and here communication, analysis, and service guide our path. So here, to analyze the vocational impact on our chart ruler, we need to identify our rising sign. We need to find the ruling planet as well, and also note its sign, house placement, and aspects. So if our chart ruler is in the sixth house, for example, the house of service and work, so here generally service and work routines will be central to our identity. If it's in the 10th house, then career becomes our main stage. So here, as an example, a Gemini rising with Mercury in the 10th house in Capricorn may gravitate towards structured communication roles like journalism, consulting, or teaching. Now here, zodiac signs and career indicator. So here, each sign brings a unique energetic quality that expresses through work. Here we are not only looking at our sun sign, but also the signs on the 2nd, the 6th, and the 10th house cusps. So here, some brief archetypal associations of the zodiac signs include: for Aries, that's entrepreneurs, athletes, first responders, generally people who thrive with autonomy. Taurus archetypes involve artists, bakers, finance managers. This energy is grounded. These signs need financial stability. Gemini archetype, that's writers, teachers, tech support. They need variety, they need communication. Cancer, on the other hand, Cancer archetype, these are caregivers, chefs, therapists. They seek emotional connection. Leo archetype, that's performers, influencers, leaders. They crave visibility. Virgos, these are editors, nurses, analysts. They are detail oriented. Now, Libra energy, that's here, is connected to diplomats, stylists, relationship coaches. Scorpio archetype, that's investigators, therapists, surgeons. So here, this is about the deep transformational work. Sagittarius archetype, that's educators, philosophers, travel guides. They need freedom. Capricorn archetype, that's CEOs, managers, architects, long-term builders overall. Aquarius archetype, on the other hand, that's innovators, social workers, tech entrepreneurs. They are future focused. Pisces archetype, that's artists, healers, spiritual guides. Here, empathy, imagination plays a huge role. So now try to analyze the sign energies in your vocational houses to clarify your style of working and also professional themes, your professional themes resonating in your chart. All right, so moving forward, let's talk about the 10th house. The 10th house is where we look for our public reputation, public image, but also our career ambition. So here, some of the key questions when analyzing the 10th house, our vocation, visibility. Here it's essential to know what planets are placed in the 10th house, what sign is on the 10th house cusp, and also the midheaven, and what house is the midheaven ruler placed in. These are really important questions to answer here when analyzing the chart from the career point of view. So some of the examples of planetary meanings include the sun here. The sun would have a very strong need for recognition. And here, often with the sun in the 10th house, or if the sun is the ruler of the 10th house, the career might include anything to do with entertainment, leadership, politics. Now, when it comes to the moon here, careers connected to the moon are emotionally driven. They are connected to public visibility. They are connected also to flows and changeable energy, but this is also connected to nurturing energy as well. Mercury, for example, here, careers connected to Mercury, that's of course communication, commerce, ideas. With Venus, professions related to Venus include beauty, harmony, finance. And when it comes to Mars, here we've got dynamic, public roles, careers in action, sales, competitive environment. When it comes to Saturn, Saturn is connected to slow and steady career, slow and steady achiever as well. Saturn can also bring career obstacles that can truly and hugely refine the person's character. So these are some of the examples. Now, if you have a stellium of planets, so many placements in the 10th house, so here a 10th house packed with planets overall indicates someone who is highly invested in their career identity. All right, so let's explore the energies of the midheaven, also called the MC. And the midheaven represents our soul's visible purpose. It's our professional brand. It marks our highest potential of achievement. It shows how society perceives our work. So here, for example, the midheaven in Leo, here there is this strong need to shine, to lead, to perform. The midheaven in Virgo, on the other hand, there is a strong need to be of service. Here, people with the midheaven in Virgo, these are practical achievers, skilled ones as well. They are service-oriented. The midheaven in Pisces, on the other hand, people with this placement are usually drawn to helping, healing, or perhaps to artistic careers. And the ruler of the MC adds additional depth. So, for example, with the midheaven in Gemini, Mercury's house placement and aspects will modify how we express our vocation. All right, so let's talk about the 10th house ruler in the houses. So here, track the ruler of your 10th house to see where career matters play out in your life. For example, if your 10th house is in Aries, then Mars will be the ruler. And if Mars is in the 4th house in your chart, then your career will be shaped by home life, family legacy, or domestic industries. If your ruler is in the 1st house, then your career is connected to your identity. If your ruler is in the second house, then you seek to monetize your career efforts, for example. If in the third house, then here communication, education will play an important role in your career path. If in the fifth house here, then in the creativity, performance, performance-based careers could be really, really huge, beneficial in your career journey growth. If your ruler of the 10th house is in the 7th house, here partnerships, legal careers, client-facing roles will play an important role. If your 10th house ruler is in the 11th house, then here group work, social change, online ventures will play an important role in your career journey. So here, this technique can often predict what area our profession will be connected to. All right, so let's look at natal planets in the 6th house now. The 6th house is about how we function in structured environments. So here, planets in this house show our attitude towards routine, our work ethic, potential health concerns connected to work stress. For example, with Mercury in the 6th house, people with Mercury in the 6th house are usually multitaskers. They excel at writing, at organizing, multitasking. People with Uranus in the 6th house, they tend to dislike repetition, monotony. They need independence in workflow. People with Neptune in the 6th house, on the other hand, they need spiritual fulfillment from work. Otherwise, they might get easily drained. All right, so aspects to planets in this house can also reveal tension or flow in our daily work life. So that's also essential to keep in mind. All right, so here, let's have a look at the 2nd house now. So here the 2nd house governs income, material resources, financial independence, our inner values, self-worth. Planets here can reveal our financial mindset. So here, Venus in the 2nd house helps us attract resources through beauty or art. Mars in the 2nd house, with Mars here, there's a tendency to work hard for money, but there is also a tendency towards risk-taking. Saturn here can slow our earning potential, but it can also lead to mastery of finances. Jupiter in the 2nd house indicates abundance and generosity, but there is a tendency towards overspending as well. Pluto in the 2nd house can indicate intense relationship with money, and it can also indicate potential deep transformations as well in this area of life. Also, don't forget to check aspects to 2nd house planets to understand your income fluctuations or confidence issues as well. All right, so let's review with a few reflection prompts. Pause here and write down your answers. So here, what are the signs on your 2nd, 6th, and the 10th house cusps? Where is your chart ruler placed? And how might it influence your career path? Do you have any planets in your 10th house? What might they reveal about your reputation? Where is the ruler of your MC, and what does its house placement tell you? What is your relationship with money like, based on your 2nd house? Career astrology is like putting together a puzzle. Each piece, your ascendant ruler, your vocational houses, planetary placements, tell part of the story. Remember, the 2nd house shows how you earn. The 6th house shows how you work. The 10th house shows where you're going. Thank you.